All right, then. So if you're watching the video, I hadn't announced what the class is, but first we're taking verified homework answers and taking some questions on homework. So if you just joined the video, then if you have the November book, page 25, I'll give you a couple seconds to get there. Because somebody asks a question about something here, we can all learn from that question. Okay. So, which one, boss man?
I have two questions actually.
Please.
So for number one, I wanted to make sure that it's 280.
It is.
Okay. And then number three, I was confused on how of which ones that we have there. I know we have distance, and I know we have
Let me tell you, let me get you on track.
Yes, sir.
You already, as soon as I see you got off the path, time to stop and get you back on, right?
Yeah.
First thing you need to do is focus on what they're asking you to calculate. What are they asking you to calculate after when they say how?
How long would the trip take?
How long? Time, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. They want to calculate the time. Go to the circle, put your finger over T, write down the formula on your paper that calculates time. D over S, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So start with the first item. Do you know the distance of the trip? Not really. We're going to calculate it, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
We know the speed of the trip, 300, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. So now we need to just calculate the distance and divide by 300. Okay, it says, everybody on the map, 1 inch on that map equals 400 miles in the airplane in a straight line. So 9 inches on the map will be 9 times 400, right?
Yes.
3,600.
Mm-hmm.
If 1 inch is 400 miles, everybody, how much is a half inch? How many miles is a half inch?
Half inch is 200 miles.
Sir. 200 miles. So your total distance is 3,800, right?
Yes.
Now on your paper, it's 38 divided by 9. I mean, divided by 3, I'm sorry. 38 divided by 3. 38 will go into 12. I mean, 38, shit. 3 will go into 38 how many times?
Oh, I don't know.
You need to calculate on paper.
Yes, sir.
You need to do paper pencil.
Yes, sir.
I know 38 divided by 3.
16.
No, come on. 38 divided by 12. I mean, I apologize.
Oh,
wait a minute.
12?
Hold on. I'm mixed up. The distance is 3,800, right?
Yes.
Then so you just do 38 divided by 3, right?
Yes.
I think it's
16.
No, why do you keep saying 16?
Oh, shoot. My bad. Sorry.
Get your math right.
12.
12. 3 times 12 is 36, right?
Yes.
Stop right there. Don't do no more. You know it's going to take at least 12 hours, right?
Oh, okay. And then you have to...
you ain't got to do nothing else but pick the answer. Aha. Yeah. 12 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
Answer C.
Okay.
All right. Truth is, you know how to do that. You know how to do that whole problem. I didn't do nothing for you. You just fell. You just tripped on the sidewalk, fell down. You had to get back on them training wheels.
Math is not my strong suit, sir. I'll have to say that.
No. You weren't born that way, but if you learn the rules and steps, you'll be strong at it, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. All of you. Page. On the page we ain't going to tell you about. How about that, so love? Page 25, sister. Page 25. I got me something to eat a while ago. I usually been eating at home, but I had to go run some errands, so I got something to eat. And had my girlfriend singing on the speakers in the place. This girl is on fire.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And while I was eating, I was thinking, you sure are, sister. This girl is on fire. All right. What's your question? Is that it? Anybody? Any homework items at all? Quickly. If you don't have questions, that means you fully understand everything. Come on. It's a rare opportunity. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to holler.
I mean, I do have another question, but
Go ahead, sir.
so for me, it's I get a little bit mixed up with the circle and then the D and the S and the T. Is there
No,
so with
here's the key. You place your finger over the item you want to solve.
yes.
You can't change. It's got to be D up here and S and T down here. This is your divide line. This is your multiply line. You put your finger over the item you want to calculate and keep it there. And whatever left over is your formula. Is that right, everybody?
Yeah. So if I would do D over S, that would be D times S to get T, right? Or is that divided by?
No, the divide line is running horizontal. So if you
Oh,
want,
okay, gotcha. Oh,
so you're
okay.
trying to come up with the formula that leads to what? You're going backwards.
Yeah.
First, you say, what do I need to what do I need to discover? What do I need to find out? What do I need to know? I need to know those the time. Well, put your finger, cover it up first, and then distance over speed, right?
Yes.
That's your divide line, horizontal divide.
Okay.
And if you want to calculate speed, wherever your finger's over, they're trying to get, whatever you cover up is what you're trying to calculate. So how do you calculate it is the magic circle. The question asks you what they want to know, so that's free. You just hover your hand, and the circle will magically tell you, poof, what you need to do to find it. So speed is calculated with D over T, D divided by. All right.
So
That
the
it,
only
y'all?
time you would multiply, you would only be able to get D because S times T is D,
Speed
right?
times time, yeah.
Okay.
Put your cover up. Well, I can't do that. Okay. Speed times time, right? Left to right. Left to
Yes.
right, multiply, up and down, divide.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, what's the answer? Anybody to that card right there? Time's running out. Quickly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Integers.
What'd you say?
Integers.
Integers. Ah, then integers. Sounds good.
Integers. Wow.
All right. Any question about anything? Math or arithmetic? All right, very good. That's fine. All right, we're going to talk about paragraph comprehension, word knowledge. Okay. Another human being cannot teach you word knowledge. It's impossible. We sit and talk about it. You can come to my house. We'll sit here in the living room, talk about words all day long, but that's not going to do any good. We talk about it in Zoom. Blah, 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 vocab, blah, 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 word, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get any better. Your vocab study and paragraph comp comes study on your own, but you need good material. Yes. And then, be kind of organized and set aside a certain time every once in a while, maybe it's a little bit every day or every other day. I don't know. You got to do your own thing. My job is provide you with helpful study tips, test taking tips, and good study material. Like when you signed up, you've got a lot of stuff in the package. You should use it. Okay, on the way, here's what we have for vocab. We got vocab items on the website. I think the most important one is to learn its prefixes and root words. Matter of fact, I know it's the most important because if knowing the prefixes and root words, it will help you understand and figure out the meaning of words you don't know. Because any single prefix can be found in several words. And a root word might be found in several words. So just knowing one prefix might help you understand the meaning of 10 or 20 words. Prefix and root words are powerful. Each one can be found in many different words. So they're also quick and easy to learn because there's only 90 of them. That sounds like a lot, but 90 is not bad, especially when you consider prefixes and root words are very small. Their meaning is easy to understand, and there'll be sample words in the study guide that helps you on the website study guide. Helps you understand what it's talking about. So I'm going to tell you right now, vocab power comes step 1, learning prefix and root words. Now I can tell you this, the next 5 or 10 years, your vocab's going to get a lot stronger, but you try to take the ASVAB in the next few months, not 5 or 10 years. So we got to do what we can do. All right, so on the website is an awesome package of prefix and root words. On the website, pull up the menu, and you can tap or click, which says WK-PC. That's word knowledge dash paragraph comprehension. All that's in one section of the website. You pull that page up, and it's got a bunch of items to click on the screen. So we have 4 vocab packages, you might say. Prefix and root word, that's 1. Then we have vocab 1, 2, and 3. All of the words on those 3 packages, vocab 1, 2, and 3, are on the real test. But there's no way to know what's going to be on your test. Nobody can tell what's going to be on the test. Okay? So our 3 packages are the 1, 2, 3, they're numbered based on their difficulty. So I like to think of it as a medium group, and then a little bit more harder group, and then vocab 3 is, upper level. So you got 3 groups, start at level 1, then level 2, level 3. There's a total of 270 words. Here's how they broke down. Okay, that's not including the prefix or root word. It's its own little lesson. They're powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm such a believer in prefix or root word. I couldn't imagine, knowing what I know about vocab, I couldn't even dream of me trying to memorize a bunch of words until I first mastered prefix and root words. Please do that. You'll be surprised how quick you'll learn them and how fast they are to understand, because they'll make sense to you based on the fact you've been using them in your whole life, since you've been able to talk, but you didn't realize what they meant. So the fact you've been using them means you're acquainted with them, and they'll be easy to fully understand. It ain't like a foreign word that you've never seen before. You know what I mean? It ain't like, well, I'm going to start a class in Mandarin or Japanese or whatever. You don't know anything. Never seen them. Don't know what they're talking about. But with prefix and root words, you're going to be familiar with them. So, and then I do that first. Then here's how the other 3 break down as far as the numbers. Vocab 1, which is I rate as medium level words. They're ASVAB words too. Some of them be easy. Some of them might be hard to you, but overall, that group 1 is fairly medium type. There's 120 words in that list. And then group 2 is like the next level up. That's about 75 in that group. And then group 3 is about 75 in that. Very good. See that noise on there. That's vocab stuff. That's my words to work on. Now, number 1, I'm gonna tell you some stuff that you need to know to help your ASVAB score. Number 1, vocab or word knowledge does not count double on your ASVAB score. Imagine, just stop for a minute and think about insane and crazy that sounds. Really? Your vocab score is double important on military jobs? That make any sense? I'm asking y'all.
No, sir.
The vocab score matter for most military jobs. You serious? Mechanics, technicians, hands-on, repair, maintenance, electrical people, all that stuff. Vocab and word knowledge do not count double. If there was any one part of the 4, got 4 parts, they all count the same. Each one carries the same power on the score calculation. However, if you were in charge, you tell me, it's just your opinion based on, now you need to base it on knowledge and facts. If you were in charge and you had to pick, you're trying to pick out good people to serve in your organization, the military, for jobs. If you had to pick out one that was more important on a grander scale than any of the other three, because there's 4 parts, which part would make more sense to be more important if you had to choose one? Hello? I'm gonna sit right here till you answer me.
Nah.
Let me try again. You must not heard me. If you had to choose, you had to choose, you work for the ASVAB people and they appointed you to choose one of the 4 parts that was more important toward qualifying people for the typical job military, which is, by the way, in most of the hands-on type stuff. Which one of the 4 would be really important, you think, to pick out qualified people?
Math, math knowledge, and AR.
Arithmetic would be number 1 and math second. Arithmetic, you can figure things out. The military ain't looking for people with high level vocab. Hell, if that's the case, I'd been a damn general by now. They're not looking for people with high vocab. You gotta have a decent vocab, but you gotta go to school. You can't be you gotta know something, right? But the hell, that's crazy. Plus, it's not true. The vocab count and double. They don't know how the formula works. They don't double the vocab score. They double the verbal score. But I ain't gonna get on them details. You just need to know all 4 parts count the same. Now we got to ask ourselves, which of those 4 can we make a huge increase in 4 or 5 weeks? Or longer if you want to take longer, but in 4 to 5 weeks. Somebody messaged me the other day, was in the class 2 years ago. They was in here 3 weeks and went up 28 points. So, but which ones of the 4 can we make a big, huge increase by learning rules and steps in 4, 5, or 6 weeks? Math, arithmetic. AR number 1. AR, I guarantee you, will be for almost every single one of you. Now, there'll always be a couple exceptions in life, but for almost every one of you, your biggest increaser will be AR. And for most of you, your high scores will be math or AR. One of those is usually number 1 highest for most people. Now, there'll be some people, though, that their vocab is just super good right now, and they'll do super good, but I'm telling you, math and arithmetic is where you can make the biggest change in the quickest amount of time. There's a girl not long ago went up 28 points just on AR. The people this past week, we had people making it in the 80s and 90s. Their AR, the one dude went from a 10 to a 53, all these big increases. Almost all them points came from math and AR, but I got good news. We can add some to vocab and paragraph. You people that come from a non-English speaking, or not, I shouldn't say non-English speaking. If you don't speak English and if your native language is not from Latin, you need to learn them prefix and root words more than anybody. Zena. The Spanish speaker, you speak Spanish, say habla español, ese. Your language comes from Latin, just like English. That's why they're brother and sister language. But if you come from an Arabic language or an Asian language or in the Russian area, it's gonna be a little tougher because your language is not rooted in Latin like English is. So if you learn the prefix and root words, that'll give you a pretty good foundation. Well, you keep trying to interrupt me.
Butt in the road.
What? Did you say you took a crazy pill? Where'd you get it? Walmart. Oh, and yes, French. Yeah, Latin is the mother. You don't need to know all this. I'm just showing. Latin is called the mother language of English, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. See any French speakers here? Just say, oui, monsieur.
Oui, monsieur. comes ici. Yeah, that is French.
Come on, tell it, by gosh. Très bien, pour vous, mademoiselle. Too sweet. All right, very good. I learned how to say "shut your mouth" in French. Y'all want to hear it? What I was taught? Fermez la bouche.
Ferme ta bouche.
Now, so you speak the real thing. Mine just learned in high school, and so
Yeah.
I might make throwing it together.
Yeah.
Is it merci or mercy?
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. We've had several French speakers here. Is your family from one of the former French colonies in Africa?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Togo.
Say again, Togo?
Togo, West Africa.
In West Africa. Very good. Excellent. A lot of French speaking countries in West Africa in there. All right, very good. Would you learn English?
Please, sir.
Would you learn English in the United States or in your school, in your country?
Yeah, I learned a little bit from my country before coming here, and I'm trying to improve it now.
Okay, very good. Learn to study the prefix and root words. You'll see a connection between English and French.
Yes.
English and French connected together.
Yep.
For example, in English, we say medicine for, medication, take a pill. Like,
Yeah.
But in French, médecin means doctor.
It seemed the same word.
Yeah, very similar word. Le médecin is doctor. And in English, we say for a tiny baby, we say infant. In French, the word les enfants means
Yep.
children.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't know Miss Danny speaks that French, did you, huh? All right, then. No, I don't know. All right. But I'll tell you what will make your vocab great. Prefix and root words. That's number one. It did start learning some of the words in the list. And then we have, so the word list on the website, they pop up in the form of a PDF document on the screen. You can read them over and over, write them down, whatever study technique, memory technique works for you. There's some people can memorize something without writing it down. You might want to look at it and say it over and over and close your eyes and say the word and the definition, and or write it down, whatever study technique you like. Okay, so I'll give you 4 super good packages there. Don't neglect your math and arithmetic, but we can raise the vocab score 3, 4, 5 points. Believe it or not, that's going to be very helpful. I'll show you how in a minute on the numbers. Okay. The paragraph comprehension. Let's talk about that. Oh, I forgot. Oh, let me show you something. I got a magic trick I'll show you on vocab. Y'all want to do something cool? This is a cool thing. It's just plain. Don't say what is it. It's just cool, man. I'm telling you, cool, man. Cool, cat. This is a trick you can do in the vocab test. Because the adverb is, what the word am I looking for? Multiple choice. Okay. I will get your mind right. In your mind, you say, Mr. Andy, get me to show me a cool little trick I can use. This trick requires no study, no studying. You just got to remember to do it. It's like having a loaded gun. All you got is pull the trigger, right? You go take your test, pull the trigger and use this trick. It will help you. I promise you, it's going to help you get maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Just a few more words right. Require no study. Ain't that amazing? But if you can do something, if you can do a trick on that test, pull that trigger and do it. Just do it, baby. You can do it. Take your time, do it right. If you can do this trick, and maybe it will help you get 1 more word right, maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4. But whatever number, a few, 1 or 2 more is a nice thing, ain't it? Think about it, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Y'all not motivated.
Yes.
I think we ought to skip it and just go talk about paragraph and click this, shut this party down.
No.
Ain't nothing worse than people not motivated, man. I'm getting ready to show you a trick that will make an impact on your vocab score that requires no study.
Please, Miss Andy, please.
My gosh.
Yours.
Here's the trick. And it only works on the multiple choice test. All right. Don't ask me what page, just listen to me. I'll use fingers. You might know what that means in sign language. You might know sign language.
Peace.
Say what?
Love.
Yeah, it means I, the letter I,
I.
L, and the letter Y all together. I love you. I ain't talking to you though. I'm talking to my grandkid, my stepdaughter. I just don't know why I thought of that. Them 3 fingers. That means number 1, right? That means thumbs up. Y'all know where the thumbs up and thumbs down came from? The days of the Roman emperor, when they were fighting the gladiators down there fighting either each other or fighting the lion, you know, in the movies you seen at the Roman Coliseum. When the emperor was tired of watching them, he would do like this, thumb down. You know what that meant?
Kill him.
Kill him. Boy, Satan been running the world a long time. So anyway, but we thumbs up, y'all. What's up? Peace out. Here's your trick. You got 4 multiple choice answers on a vocab test. And here's what we hope to happen. We got to have these hopes and big hope, and then the next one and on down. We hope this is Sparta. That's different from the Roman days, but
300.
King Leonidas was bad to the bone. He kicked that dude down in that hole, didn't he?
Yes, he
That
did.
man rolled up on him, talking that shit about his wife right there. Boom! This is Sparta. Then it was on like Don Kong. The 300. You know what the 300 in back in the Greek days, their war cry was? The Spartan soldiers? It was "Oorah." Now, whose war cry is that now?
Marines.
Marine Corps, baby. "Oorah." Here's the trick. I like you excited. Xerxes. Xerxes was for the devil, man. He went down. You know, he died, not in war. He died of a sudden death after he wrote a letter. Anyway, I just did. Anyway, here you go. 4 multiple choice answers. Now, when you have a vocab word on let's say any multiple choice test, our first hope is that we know the meaning of it. And we can look at it and say, I know what that means. Yeah, that's right. Then look down, find that answer, tap the button, and keep it moving. That's the biggest hope. Second possibility, second hope is if we don't know the word, we hope that we recognize and know the prefix or the root word to know something about it. Baby drinking chocolate milk, Tommy. Baby, see that baby drinking a bottle of chocolate milk, didn't you? We hope that if we don't know the definition, like bam, quick and easy, that we recognize something about that word. The root word will be in the middle usually, and the prefix at the beginning. Maybe we recognize one part of it, or maybe both. Believe it or not, that will help you figure out the answer. You'll just look down at the answer choices, and that prefix or root word will reveal a lot about a word to the point you don't have to know the definition of it. It will tell you enough about it that you can figure it out. For example, I'll show you just a couple examples of prefix or root word. Let's see, what do you call the person who's the head of the ship? Captain, right? Y'all be captain, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The head of the ship. Where's the head of the government in your state or your nation?
Capital.
Capital.
Governor.
AIN, Capitan. CAPITAL. That's the location of the government. What's the thing you wear on your head?
Cap.
Cap.
Cat.
So this is the head of the government. I mean, the head of the ship, head of the government, a cap. The word cap must mean what?
Good.
Head. Very good. Anybody here know how to? I know not many people, so it ain't a big deal. Anybody here know no cap? That's the slang. We're not doing that. Don't get slang mixed up, Joseph. That means no bullshit, okay?
No bullshit.
Yeah. How many here know how to drive a manual transmission in a car with stick shift,
I do.
clutch? You do, Kevin?
Yes.
Who taught you?
My dad.
Is he patient?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I taught my stepdaughter when she's 12. I don't mean she knew how to start the car. She could drive all over the damn county, up hills and everything, 12 years old, breaking the clutch. I bought a brand new car one time, a long time ago, and I drove it. I left where I bought and picked her up, and she drove it to me. All right. What do you use to change gears in your manual transmission?
Clutch.
No, you don't change gear with clutch. What do you grab a hold of?
Hand,
Stick.
You use your
Stick
hand,
here.
don't you?
your hand, manual hand, yeah.
Your hand, because the word manu means hand, right?
Hand, yeah, yes, sir.
How many of y'all ever done, you bunch of sissies, and I mean the guys, and the girls have too. How many of you ever done manual labor?
Me.
Yes.
Did you do that in front of a computer, tap, or you use your hands, didn't you?
Use your hand.
Use my hands.
The word manu means hand, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You ever been inside a building and there's a red sign above the door? It says, because the prefix EX means out of or away from.
Yes, sir.
You want to get out of this building or away from it with catching on fire? Exit.
Yes,
Anybody
sir.
ever had an ex boyfriend, girlfriend, husband,
It's form.
wife, anything?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. I love
Form.
Prefix and root words are powerful. Prefix and root words are powerful. They'll help you understand a word that you never seen. And we need all the help we can get, because look, we just need to add a few points. We want to add all we can, but just always want to be reasonable. So now the first goal is that we canoe the word. See, canoe. Say, I canoe it. Number 2, the prefix and RW. They'll help us out. A lot of times. Sometimes they won't, because they won't be anything that there you recognize. There'll be some words on there that are not rooted in Latin, but rooted in another language. Anybody here know anything about horses? You ride horses, your family or anybody?
Yes, sir.
You do know about horses? I don't mean you need to be a veterinarian. Do you know about when you put a saddle on a horse and you put a thing in their mouth? What's that called that you use to steer it and control the horse with? Anybody know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know the thing you hold in your hand when you ride the horse that controls the horse? Stirrup is where you put your feet. What's the thing anybody know it's called a bridle? You ever heard that before?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you know what a bride is. When you get married, a man and woman gets married, the bride is the woman, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The bridle for control is the reins. Yes, it's what they call the reins. That's just a leather straps you hold your hand, but that thing is in the horse's mouth, so you can control which way it turns. Now, the saddle is what you set your butt on, Jeremy. The bridle, the reins you hold in your hand, and the bridle is in the horse's mouth. I'm teaching about words here, the powerful root word and prefix. So we call it a bridle because that means control, keep from going crazy. If you didn't put that thing in that horse's mouth, that horse would run and walk where it wants to. What if it's a boy horse and walking along and he saw a girl he wanted to holler at? He gonna run fast as hell, kick you off there and kill you. And the horse is gonna like, you want to go out on a date? Or that horse might say, where you want to go eat dinner? She'll say, hey. Horses eat hay, you see. So bridle means control, keep, not dominate, but keep from going crazy, right? That's what the bridle does when you ride a horse. Now put 2 and 2 together. When a man and woman get married, if a single man goes wild and crazy, but when he gets married, the bride, the wife, serves to domesticate the crazy wild man animal, calm him down. He get you a job and come home, quit running roads and having 5 girlfriends. So Yeah, she'll bite you. So that's what the word comes from. For real. So the bride is the people get married, the groom and the bride. I don't know what the word groom means. I have never looked at. But the bride, that's the wife, the girl, is meant to control that wild, crazy man just a little bit. How about that? You learn the history of words. All right, how does that affect you? Prefixes or root words will be found in multiple different words to help you understand them. All right. A lot of words are made up of a prefix and a root word combined, and that's it. I'll give you a couple examples. Microscope, thing in biology class, right? Micro means tiny, little tiny. Scope means what? In the root word scope.
See.
Means to see or look at, exactly. How about a telescope? Tele is the Latin prefix for distance. Tele. So telescope means you can see things from a distance, like up in the sky, right?
Yes, sir.
And so tele means what? From a distance.
From a distance.
From a distance. Let's see. The Latin root word PHON means sound.
Sound, phone, yeah.
Telephone means you can hear the sound from a distance. Like right now, we're technically using what you call a telephone because we can hear each other from a long way off. This telephone did that. Let's see. Television. Oh, you probably already figured out the Latin root word for VIS means to see or look at, huh?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The Latin root word for another word for see or look at is vid. Vid, E-O. You don't need to know all this. I'm getting too deep. You need to know that vid means something to do with vision or look at. You need to know that. But video in Latin, you don't even need to know this. It's just, I'm just telling you some crazy stuff. In Latin, the pronoun like I, see, you know, he walks to the store. I see the TV. I see you. They put the pronoun on the end of the word. We put it at the beginning. We would say in English, I see. In Latin, the word video means I. The letter O is what they meant for the word I see. So a video means something you can see, huh? All right, prefix root word of good stuff. I'm trying to motivate you to study. That's why I'm telling you these things. You shouldn't be writing this down. It's all on the list of words. I'll tell you one more thing motivates you. I had 35 vocab words on my test. I got all of them correct because I knew the prefix or root word. Now, I'm not saying that's guaranteed to get you all of them right, but you need to realize you can get a few more words right by knowing the prefix or root words. You really can. That was step 2. Step 1, you can know it. Step 2, we're going to hope that our prefix and RW knowledge will help us. Then we got a third magic step. This is what I'm going to teach you the trick. Because it's a multiple choice test, I want you, when you encounter a word you don't know and you can't figure it out, you look down at the answers. You got your A, B, C, and D, right? Now, this is not going to work on every word on the test, but it's going to work on a lot of other class members have said they used it a lot. It's not going to work on every time. We just want some extra help, right? We just need a little help. Your knowledge is going to be powerful. The words you learn that you know, the prefix root, that's going to be a lot of help. We're trying to add bricks to the wall. All right, this is the third one you can add without studying. On some of the words on your test, it might be quite a few. I'd estimate half, but that's estimation. Could be more than half. But on several words on your test, there'll be 2 answer choices listed that mean the same thing. So answer choice A, blah, 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 might mean the exact same thing as a C. Anybody tell me the trick here? If these 2 answers mean the same thing, what's the trick?
Cross it off.
Cross them off and eliminate them, exactly. Because they cannot, any 2 choices that mean the same thing cannot be the right answer. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understand a lot behind. Let's pretend it's a math test, and answer A says a dozen, 1 DOZ, and Answer B says 12. They can't, neither one of them be right, can they?
No, sir.
Very good. So on the vocab test, if there are two answer choices that mean the same thing, the choices, I mean, not the word itself, but the two choices, any two that mean the same are automatic elimination, and we'll use common sense. You can't have but one right answer.
Right.
So if there are two answers that mean the same, that knocks them both out, don't it? Ain't that smooth?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
eliminate the two answers that mean the same, and you just got to remember to do it if you need to. Now, if you know the word, you're going to pick the answer and keep moving, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't know the word, and don't depend on that to get everything right, it ain't going to work on every word. Some people have said it worked on 4, 5, or 6. Some people said about half, and some people said it did work on almost every word. You never know. I would just use it. It's too easy not to do. You just got to look at the 4 choices, like look at them. Turn to page 41 in the book. 41 in the November book. If you still have April book, it should be page 40, I think. Somewhere in the back there should be a list of looks like vocab stuff. Man, we hadn't got the paragraph comprehension. Our paragraph items are awesome. Great stuff. Anyway, you found the page. It's either 40 or 41. I know in November it's 41. And April might be 40. In the back, it says best way to eliminate.
Yes, sir.
Are you there or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please have mercy. All right, we can see what it tells you there. Eliminate the words that mean the same. Okay, answer A, I've already done it. I've eliminated important and significant because they mean the same thing, basically, and that means they cannot be the right answer. And now, if you're confused on that, I'm going to repeat it. Any two answer choices that mean the same thing, they cannot be the right answer because you can't have but one right answer. So, if important is correct, then significant would have to be correct too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
But so a multiple choice test, you can only have one right answer. All right, so we're going to eliminate the two answers that mean the same if they're there. They won't be available on every word. You see, it don't take but 10 seconds to look at it. Don't take that long. Look at item 2. See two words that mean, two answers mean the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just say them out loud.
Cheerful and
Cheerful,
joyful.
joyful.
If you don't see one, you can mark them off and then look at it and make sure you understand why. Some people will see it quicker than you. Ain't no big deal. All right, item 3.
Increase.
Satisfied,
Increased and
continue.
continued.
Satisfied, there's no connection to anything on that story. Think about it.
Continue.
Increased and continued. Number 4.
Promote and
Promote.
support.
Support.
And support.
Y'all want me to call out one and you call out the other?
Yes, sir.
Or y'all want to do both of them?
You call out one.
I'll call out one. Very good. That way we'll go a little faster. And number 5. No, I just said, Joseph, it won't happen in every word. It is in our book because I made it that way. But it happens at random, and I've heard reports from a few, half of them to all of them. It all depends. I would always look for it if I need to. I can tell you right now, if you know this, if you know the answer to a vocab word, you look down, pick out that answer, tap that button, right?
Yes, sir.
Keep it moving. If you don't know it and you try to prefix a root word, it's a powerful friend. It will help you a lot of times. And then the elimination thing is just another tool you have. You really got 3 weapons: your knowledge, prefixing root words, and the elimination game. I want to use all the bullets in my gun. When I was in Iraq, when we left the camp, I took a lot of extra bullets, way extra than most people. I wasn't going to get my ass captured. I was going to fill somebody full of holes.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not being funny. I'm telling you the truth. I had my shit packed, way more than normal. We went on a 12-hour ride up through the middle of Iraq to Baghdad. I said, I'm taking a lot of groceries. And anyway, survived. You take all the weapons in your vocab test. All right, let's see. In number 5, we do see that inspect means the same thing as what?
Supervise.
Supervise, absolutely. In number 7, offensive.
Insulting.
Insulting. Make sure you look at the two and understand, it makes sense. Number 7, I don't need to help you. You can pick them out in 5 seconds. What are they?
Preserve, maintain.
Preserve, maintain. Number 8.
Valuable and
Valuable.
important.
Important. Number 9.
Enhance and improve.
And number 10.
Confusing and difficult.
And difficult.
A lot of people miss number 11. You tell me what you think.
Possible and expected.
Possible and expected.
Possible and expected. They partners, ain't they?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this out of curiosity. What's the relationship between gloomy and happy? They have a relationship.
One sad, one's happy.
Down and
The opposite of each other, ain't they?
Isn't it
Yes,
most
sir.
Opposite.
Opposite. One's gloomy is depressed, sad. A gloomy day is something sad, huh? Has it been cloudy for like 2 days in a row? You said, damn, it's so gloomy. Sun ain't come out. Or somebody dies, or some bad news. How about happy news? We get your next advent score sheet. You open that thing up, shake it like that in the car with the recruiter out in the parking lot. Open it up, and that thing says 57. That'd be a happy day.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
it'll be
sir.
possible if you expect it and you work hard, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Number 12, what two mean the same?
Exciting and interesting.
What does procrastinate mean?
Do something last minute.
Put something off to tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
How many of you procrastinate doing your laundry, washing your dishes, cutting your toenails, cleaning out your car? Don't procrastinate studying though, right? This is priority.
Yes, sir.
In high school, you probably never ever procrastinated homework and studying, did you?
Yeah, sometimes.
And all right, what does the prefix mono mean?
One.
Prefix, say again.
One.
Means one, right?
Yeah.
Tone means sound. I'm telling you that tone is the root word for sound. The tone, right?
Yes, sir.
So if someone speaks, well, it's kind of mixing up too many words. Monotone, it's a separate word, but it looks the same. Monotone is when somebody talks in one tone the whole time and you fall asleep. They go, bah, bah, bah. You ever had a teacher did that? Or anybody talk the same way, same sound, never raised their voice or up or down, and you fell asleep, right?
Yeah.
Monotone, all right. Monotonous is very similar. Mono means one. Monotonous just means doing one task thing all day long or for a long time. Pick his pen up and put it in a box. It's monotonous. You're doing one thing. Anyway, you don't really need to know what monotonous means. You need to know about the power of knowing the prefix mono. It means one, and we can help us figure it out. Trying to look at another one that could give you a good lesson. Well, in number 11, it says possible. What if it was impossible? What would that mean?
Not.
Not.
You know what polite means? Polite,
Sir.
well-mannered, right? If someone's impolite, what's that mean?
Not polite.
Not polite.
How about somebody that's mature or immature?
Not mature.
So the prefix im means not.
No.
You get it figured out?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, very good. Well, look here. That's enough. I meant to, as far as the paragraph comp goes, I can tell you that I want to tell you this in like 2 minutes and then we're going to be done. We'll probably do some math at whatever. Look, our paragraph comprehension, you know what? I'm going to start pushing that a lot more. I've added some info about it on page 1 for the new people. Guys, a lot of, I'm not saying study it because of the work I did, but I'm telling you, a lot of time and effort went into compiling and getting that stuff, paragraph comprehension to go. It cost a lot of money, and it's super good stuff. We have a total of 65 paragraph comp items total. They're divided up into PC1, PC2, PC3. Guess what else? Tell me, PC4, 1 through 8.
Six. Oh,
Here's
yeah.
what I can tell you. PC1 and PC2, all of those items, there's 11 items here and 7 here. All of those items are on the real test.
Mhm.
The 11 items in PC Test 1, they appear quite a bit on that test. Most of y'all probably already had some of them. It's a group of 11 items that they tend to pop up. I don't, not all 11 on one test, but you might get 1 or 2 of them, even 3. But PC1, PC2, all of them are on the test. Then PC3 through 8 is the rest of them. A lot of the items on those tests are on the real test. So now I'm dividing this news up. I want you to break it in 2 categories. One, every item on 11 is on the real test. I would learn those 11 definitely, because you might see 1 or 2 of them. Then everything on number 7, PC test 2 is on the real test. That's 7 items. And some of the items on these tests were not on the page, Dominique. Look at the board. You see me writing in blue ink? So PC test 3 through 8, there's some of those now. But here's what really matters. That's really good info to knowing that all the items on PC1 and PC2 are definitely on the test. Knowing that PC1, they're really, really common. And please stop making noise. Please stop making noise. And please stop making noise. And some of the items on the other tests are on the real ASVAB. Now, all that I just told you is second most important. Here's what's most important. All 65 of our items are the same style, the same level, the same type. They're realistic. If they're not exactly the same, they're the same kind. See all that? The same style, the same level, the same type, the same kind as the REA-L test. So every single item there, you can benefit from it. Okay. You benefit too by doing the test. And the website will grade it for you and everything. You ain't got to look up no answer, click the button. If you're right, it'll tell you. If you're wrong, it'll tell you, and it'll tell you the right answer. Now, how do you use this ? To get better?
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
You understand why you missed the ones you missed. The paragraph comprehension is kind of strange thing. The ones you miss are the ones that help you the most. They help reveal to you mistakes. You got to say, why did I miss that? Why is the right answer right? Go back and look at it, and it all come together. It's self-teaching. You just got to know what's my goal, okay? My goal is to get it right, and the ones I miss, don't be sad, because the ones you miss will reveal to you what you need to fix. Ain't that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's like the doctor running tests on you, right? Drawing some blood. But I hear, Mr. Smith, let me get some blood. We'll come back and let you know how crazy you are. So they find out what you need, what the doctor needs to fix, or medication, or whatever. What do you need to do? Whatever. So that's why you take a temperature, thermometer, right?
Yes, sir.
Take your blood pressure, draw some blood, whatever. They're trying to find out what needs to be fixed. So paragraph comprehension. Every time you do something, you're going to be going to the PC doctor. Let me see what's going on. And when you miss one, you figure out why. Why did you miss it? Why? And it'll tell you, if it says the right answer is B, bravo, and it's blah, 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 you say, wonder why that is. Let me look at that paragraph again and see. You'll get better and better. I promise you. Now, last thing I'll show you is a numbers game about how to calculate score. Okay, there's no doubt about it that 9 out of 10 people are going to make bigger increases in arithmetic and math than anything else. That's just pretty normal. So let's say somebody goes up. I'm going to choose reasonable numbers, not super high, not super low kind of reason. Let's see. Somebody goes up 12 points in AR. By the way, most of you going to do more than that. Most of you going to do 10 to 15, even 20, 25. But let's just say 12 on AR and math. It usually goes up a lot, but not quite as much as AR. Let's say it goes up 10. And vocab goes up 4. Paragraph goes up 4. This is basically how it's calculated. Every one of them extra points would go on the score. Would be added. So let's just say if you went up this much in each one of them and you had a 20, let's use a small score. Let's say you had an 18 last time. You had an 18 on that first time. You go 12 on arithmetic, 10 on math, 4 on vocab, and 4 on paragraph. That's 22, 8, that's 30 points. Maybe 48. That's 30 points. Just add them up. That's how they do it, basically. It's a funny calculation how they do these two, but they'll end up being a 4. So that score, that person in reality would make a 47, a 48, or a 49. It'd be within 1 point. So look at there. So the bottom line is just going up each of those a normal amount. That's 30 points. Look at there. Cool. I just want you to see that. So if we can just do 4 more in vocab and paragraph, that'd be 8 total. If you go up just 3 more on each, that'd be 6 more points. 6 more points is better than get kicked in the privates. Which would you rather have? Get kicked where it don't feel good, or get 6 more points, baby?
6 more points.
More points.
But now I'll show you something. 5 points on vocab and 5 on paragraph. That's not a huge deal. I mean, it's a great thing to celebrate, but ain't that hard. You ain't got to be a master word. You don't talk about 5 points. That's just a little bit more correct than last time. I mean, a little bit more, 5 points. Well, if you go 5 on vocab and 5 on paragraph, that'll add 10 points to your score right there. If you add 10 on arithmetic, 10 on math, that's 30 points right there. Anyway, I want you to see the paragraph and vocab together, each one of them just a little bit, can be extremely helpful. You might go up 7 points on paragraph and only 3 on vocab, but that'll get you 10 points. Fundamentally, maybe 9 or 10 or 11. That vocab and paragraph calculation is kind of a strange math thing. Very good. So there you go. Study what you need to do. We got the word knowledge and paragraph stuff on the website. It's all super good. There's no